Hey there, I'm Kate and this is Monocat. And today I'm going to talk about what to consider when choosing gear for riding EUC. So let's get this started. I often see online people discussing what type of gear is best to use for EUC or if we should wear gear at all. And since I saw a couple of comments from you guys asking about what I use, I thought that would be a great topic to talk about. First, I'm going to talk about the reasons why I wear gear, then what type I wear on a daily basis, and how difficult it can be to find the right type of gear, especially for women. My main reason for wearing gear is the most obvious reason: safety. Dress for the slide, not for the ride. And even though I think that I can ride EUC quite well and confidently, there's always the chance that something unexpected happens. A car driver not noticing me, a bump in the road, the EUC deciding that it's running too hot and right now is a great time to stop working, or sand behind a corner which caused me to get yeeted off my Tesla V2. So far I had only 3 falls, which 2 of them were on very low speed and thanks to the low foot plates of the Tesla V2, and every time I got away with just a small scratch on a low speed fall or even with no pain or injury at all, thanks to my safety gear. Another reason is that it definitely looks cool and that pedestrians, bicyclists and cars seem to take one more seriously as a road user and not as a confused Segway. Some people just don't like to wear that much or any gear at all due to their confidence in their riding abilities or the feeling of freedom or road rash on their skin, and that's their own choice. I like to promote EUC riding as a safe alternative for all, on or off EUC, and since it's still a small niche in most parts of the world, I think we should all remind ourselves that we are the ambassadors of this new sport and that our behavior can influence the decision if they will get legalized or banned. When it comes to what gear I wear, I have a everyday go-to set and a more basic one for smaller rides. The basic one I usually use when I have to make smaller errands, like going to the grocery store, or that I need to take my gear off at the destination, like at the doctor's visit. And with that set of gear, I try not to go faster than 20 to 25 kilometers an hour. For riding, I use a set of basketball shoes, since they protect my ankles very well and have a flat sole and are quite sturdy. Then I always wear a pair of wrist guards and knee guards, which is a must-have, since if you fall, you would try either to catch yourself with your hands first or fall on your knees. For my basic set, I then use some elbow pads and my helmet and I'm good to go. For my everyday gear set that I wear mainly to just ride around for longer time and have fun, I swapped the elbow pads for an entire protective jacket from Alpine Stars. It is similar to a mountain bike buzzer, but holds together by an abrasion-resistant mesh that is designed for low motorcycle speed and crashes. And since I rarely go above 50 to 55 kilometers an hour, it is definitely more than enough to protect me. And if I know that I want to go a bit more speedy because I take the veteran Sherman, I also wear a hip protector under my jeans or leggings. Next up are my Alpine Stars gloves, some goggles and my chest rig. Some of you asked in the comments what's up with the grey pouch and what I'm using it for. Since I can't put my phone in my pockets, because in there I can only fit my 2 cents, and I don't want to carry a backpack every day, I bought this chest rig, which is not only highly reflective, but also can fit all my essentials, like my phone, face mask, money or keys. And pepper spray, because drunk people at night can be aggressive. Last but not least, for night rides I add some reflective bands on my arms to be better visible. And after showing off my wonderful set of gear, let me know in the comments what your favorite part of your riding gear is, or if you plan to upgrade it soon. And even though a lot of gear exists for a variety of sports, it's quite difficult to find gear for riding EUC. At the beginning I was wearing a motorcycle jacket from Shima for riding in winter, and while it's not a bad jacket and kept me quite warm, it doesn't really work that well with riding EUC, like most motorcycle gear. Since it's designed to be worn by people sitting down and bending forward, and not standing up and moving your arms around. But if you try to opt for gear that allows more movability, mountain bike gear is also designed for off-road and is often not abrasion resistant, and since the majority of EUC riders are riding on-road or in cities, this is also not a good fit. So the best option, in my opinion, is to look for motocross gear, like my protective jacket. It doesn't fit me perfectly since it's made for men, but the one from Alpine Stars that is tailored towards women has open parts on the inside of the arm, which can lead to some injuries or road rash during a crash, or has some of the signature female riding gear pink. I was trying to find a good summer riding gear for multiple months and visited around a dozen of motorcycle stores, but as a woman the selection is rather small. And when it comes to movability, Adam could move around in most of the jackets for men quite well. But when it came for me to try on women's gear, it's quite a weird fit. The chest area is usually too small so that breathing can be troublesome, while there's quite a lot of room around my belly, even though it is tailored on the waist. It's great, I can hide snacks. So I would need to get a size smaller and bigger at the same time, which just sounds like men's gear but with extra steps. But in opposite to men's gear, the shoulders and back are quite narrow, so that I couldn't move my hands forward like you would sitting on a motorcycle, even if I wanted to. But let's put all this negativity aside. At least it's easy to find the women's section in most stores thanks to the alarming amount of pink. With that being said, I think the more people start riding EUC, the more it becomes clear that we would need our own type of safety gear designed for this type of riding. With companies like Lazy Rolling, this is already a step towards the right direction, but their mediocre fabric quality and their only male-targeted gear kept me from buying it so far. I'm really looking forward to any new products or new companies that want to make safety gear for riding EUCs or PEVs in general. If you enjoyed my video, please give it a like, and if you feel really fancy, you might subscribe. See you next time.